Welcome to the Mommy Therapist. They're ready for you.
I'm Kristi.
And I'm Sasha.
We are moms who are also therapists to moms.
And we are passionate about supporting all moms through motherhood transitions, challenges, and beyond.
And we're so happy that you're here today. This is episode 17.
Thank you for listening to our last episode where we talked about how our children see us and what they see as most important.
That Mother's Day episode was so special. Thank you for having such a great idea, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I loved listening to it. My kids love listening to it. Anyone who knows my kids was like, oh my gosh, your kiddos.
And it was so much fun. And C was very excited to have done the intro.
Oh, yes. We didn't even really say anything.
We didn't. Yeah. No, she was very excited about that. So, but yes, there's been a lot of embarrassing dancing happening in my house lately.
As there should be.
Yes, ma'am.
We had a great comment from a listener who said, keep dancing.
Yes.
Keep doing the embarrassing dancing.
Yep.
Because that makes me think that maybe she has memories of her own mom dancing.
Mm-hmm. I will never stop. I will never stop.
I have a memory of my mom dancing weird in the kitchen. Totally.
I embarrassed Kay in front of her boyfriend on Friday. We put APT. Apparently, I've been taught by one of my teenage clients that that's what it's called. The APT.
Okay, that song. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so APT. So we had that on. It was JJ's idea. It was Jay's idea. And to put it on and roll the windows down.
Oh, boy.
When we let them in the car on Friday. Because it was Friday before a long weekend.
Yeah,
right? Everybody's
holiday.
so excited. And so
it's the end of school.
Yep. So I put it on and I was dancing and they were embarrassed. But Kay was with her boyfriend.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
So you got in trouble.
Oh, it was adorable. He was waving at me and smiling yep. No, I'm a cool mom.
I love it.
I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
We're cool moms. Not like a regular mom. Oh, mean girls. Love this. Amazing. All right. Well, for those of you who may have noticed, we did not release an episode last week.
We did not.
And that, I think, was an effort in self-care. Because you know what? Sometimes we all deserve a sick day. Mm-hmm. And Sasha's family, her whole family needed a sick day. So
it was a whole thing. We had a water issue. We had
the city.
Yeah, the whole city. We had to boil the water and cool it down
because of a contamination.
Yeah, an E. coli contamination, and it was wild. We were all sick. So
I'm glad you rested.
Yeah,
and hopefully you all just re-listened to a favorite episode or didn't notice. Yeah, that's fine too.
But I missed you.
I know, I missed you too.
I missed you so much.
Yeah, listener, you don't know this, but before we recorded, we just talked about all the things that aren't podcast appropriate.
For 45 minutes. Yes, we did.
All right, so let's just check in. You want to check in?
Yeah, I can do it. Okay, so mentally, I'm thinking about getting back home. Just because my husband's on call this weekend. And he wants to get calls, but he hasn't gotten calls, which is not normal. Usually, we try not to jinx it by saying, oh, you haven't gotten a call, and that's random. But he wants them and hasn't gotten them. So,
that sucks.
It's weird. So I'm thinking, honestly, about getting back home and hopefully relieving him and letting him get some calls. Emotionally... Ooh, God, why is this one so hard? I feel...
Because you feel several things at once.
I feel so many things. I feel like I've been having some struggles as a parent.
Okay. Are you feeling insecure?
A little insecure, a little saddened by it. It feels like there's a change in relationship, but it's really not. It's just my own insecurity and
it's part of the transitions and development.
Their lives. Yeah. They're just doing what they need to do and it's hard. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what that emotion is.
Grief.
Maybe.
It's always grief. If you don't know what it is, it's always...
You're not wrong.
It's a little sad, a little mad,
a little bit.
A little wishing I could wish it away.
Get back to where we were.
Totally.
We will. We will. It's just not right now.
Mm-hmm.
Physically, I was feeling physically better than I have for the last 2 weeks. So
Sure,
I don't even know how to comment on that.
You're better?
Yeah, I actually got ready for the first time today in 2 weeks. And so can I just say this?
Yeah.
I kind of feel hot
Yeah.
today.
Yes. You're feeling yourself. I love it.
Yeah. I'm like,
you look great.
Whatever.
I feel like a black tank top and jeans is always like a good look.
What?
Yeah.
Plus hair and makeup is actually done.
Totally.
Like this has not been done in forever.
Gorgeous.
So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, friend. Socially, I'm trying to make plans. For next week. It's been hard because we've been sick, so I haven't been. I did finally have a conversation with, like, a FaceTime conversation with my best friend this morning, who I haven't talked to in a week because I've been sick.
Life.
Yeah. But like Jay had her preschool graduation.
Oh,
It was adorable, and I cried. And then P had her last orchestra concert, and I cried. She's really good.
Really?
She's really good.
What instrument does she play?
She plays violin.
Oh, violin. That's
And
beautiful.
it's one that I've always wanted to play, and I have played in the past, and I'm a little jealous, honestly. If I had the time,
right,
I would.
Maybe season 2 of your life, when your kids are grown, you can take violin lessons.
When they're all in school next year, which I'm also thinking
about.
I
was thinking when they're all like graduated. When we're old ladies.
When we're old ladies.
Yeah.
No. I feel like an old lady already. Let's be honest.
Same girl. Hey, we have plans on Friday.
This coming Friday? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
Did you forget?
I did.
I know. We planned it like a month ago.
Okay, no, it's on my calendar. I do know.
Yes.
I won't forget. It's just I'm backlogged a little bit. But yes. Oh, that's exciting.
And we also have a really exciting interview next week, which can count as social because she's a good friend.
Yes. Okay. We've got lots of fun stuff coming up.
stuff.
You don't get to know about it yet, friends. You'll know soon.
Yes.
Self-care, self-compassion. I was told I was allowed to take a bath when I get home tonight. So,
by yourself? Like you told yourself?
No.
Because no one needs to give you permission for self-care, my dear.
husband told me to do it.
He just said, okay.
He's like, you're going to take a bath. And I'm like, okay.
Baths are my new favorite.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't realize what I was missing when I had a shallow bathtub.
I know. I even took a bath and journaled the other day. And it was so nice.
So nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Showers, baths, and walks. Don't underestimate them.
Do not. Yeah. No. Okay. Check in with me, girl.
Mentally, I am in full-blown summer. Like, we've done our May-December stuff. We've done, some class stuff. And I am just all in, like, it's Memorial Day weekend. So we got out the stuff for, like, the barbecue. And my husband actually got a new grill. It's a Blackstone, the, like, big skillet thing. That was like his Father's Day, birthday, whatever gift this year we've been saving up. And it is so much fun. And so we're doing burgers and hot dogs and fried rice. And we're just going to do all of the fun things. And so we've been gardening and planting outside. And the weather has turned just beautiful. And I'm just like, we're breaking out all the toys and the water tables. And I'm just in full like summer mode of, I can't wait for our trips. And I can't wait to go to Bear Lake. And I can't wait to hang out with my family. And just... So that's where my mind is. I'm just like... We have our inflatable pool out all the time right now, and they love to go out and play. Yeah, it's so good.
It's good.
So right now I'm feeling super excited and kind of eager about all of that. But I will say earlier this week, I definitely had a few days where I felt really just down, drained, like classic burned out. Of just like,
what's happening?
I just didn't feel like I had much more to give.
Yeah.
I've been working some extra hours. I feel like I've just been really busy. Go, planning all the things for the summer and doing May-Cember stuff, right? If you're not familiar with that term, friend, May-Cember is how May is just as busy as December with all of the activities and the requirements for time and energy and everything for the end of school. So yeah, I've just been really busy with that. And I will share how I took care of that when I share about self-care. So
good.
Physically, right now I'm just feeling kind of energetic, motivated. I'm a little bit hungry. I need to eat. Socially, I don't know if you remember last time I mentioned I was thinking a lot about my mom and my sister and my sister-in-law. And so last weekend I told Zach that I just needed, 5 hours to myself. And he was like, you go, girl, whatever you got to do. And I drove up to my sister's house and we went out for coffee and a breakfast sandwich, and we just hung out and chatted and caught up. And then she gave me a costume for a thing.
I'm so proud of you.
Later.
Yes. Tell me more about this costume.
Yes.
But I'm proud of you.
Yeah. And then I went down and so I saw her for breakfast, and then I went to my mom's house and we went and got lunch and brought it back, and we did a little tour where we drove past my granddad's old house and my aunt's old house, and we just had some good like emotional bonding moments, and I felt like I got to be there for her and connect with her again, like just girl time. Like we left my dad there, and I didn't have kids.
Nostalgia kind of a thing.
Yeah. And it was nice to just sit with her since she's not feeling so well and hasn't been able to come to my house recently. Yeah, so that was really good for all of our hearts.
I'm proud of you.
And then for self-care, so when I was feeling really burned out and Zach noticed, he was like, you're sad again, and I'm like,
why do they notice? They like just tell us. They're like, you do this.
Well, I mean, I knew that I was, but he actually said it because I said, I think I'm going to dye my hair pink again. And he went, are you feeling sad again? Because when I want to dye my hair pink or make big changes, it's because something is wrong.
That's hilarious,
right?
Because I always have purple and blue hair.
You do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was actually thinking about putting pink in it next time too. Yeah.
So then I was like, well, I kind of just... I was like, I'm tired. I kind of just want to play hooky, but I can't. I'm too responsible for that. And then magically, I'm sorry to say this.
The stars aligned.
The stars aligned. And the morning that we were supposed to record and you were sick, I also had 2 cancellations. So normally when I go to work at 9, my first client wasn't until noon. So I dropped my kids off at school and I went to the nursery and I bought 2 new plants and I came home and I gardened for a little bit. And then my honey and I went out for a secret brunch that the kids don't know about. And because he took his lunch break early so we could go get brunch. And it was just really, really nice.
Okay.
And I feel so much better.
Any idea how guilty I felt about that morning? Like, oh my gosh.
Sasha,
I love that is so good for you.
It was amazing. Thank you.
I'm so happy. You're welcome.
Thank you for canceling.
You're welcome.
So that was my self-care. And I feel so much better now. I've been in such a better mood the last couple of days. Just having some balance,
I mean, you guys have to understand. Listen, I drove up today and Kristi was sitting on the porch and I was like, I just want to sit on the porch with you.
My cute little porch. It faces north, so it's always shady. We got flowers and there's birds and bumblebees and it's beautiful. Yeah. Self-care.
It was wonderful.
Really just being outside is self-care too.
It is.
All right, Sasha, you're on processing. What do you have for us?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This is something that I've been kind of grappling with a lot lately. I have noticed that I am not as good at multitasking as I used to be. And I was talking to my husband about it. And I was like, is this a mental health related issue? Is this
an age
a burnout or an age? What's going on? And he was like, you also have way more that you need to manage right now than you used to.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it could be all of the things,
and it probably is to some point.
Right. What Kay said was, you have 4 kids and a husband.
Yeah.
I don't know
how you do it all.
How you're doing all of it. And I'm also working and making some big life changes right now and holding boundaries with some family members. Like, there's a lot going on. And I'm like,
and all the things in check-in, trying to be social, trying to self-care, trying to read, trying to expand your knowledge for work. Like, you have a million things.
Why am I making myself feel so guilty all the time for all of it? But I loved that insight of like, you have way more that you're managing right now than you've ever had in your entire life. So why are you beating yourself up for that?
Why are you?
I don't know. You tell me. You be my therapist.
That's what I'm asking you. Therapeutically, let's explore this.
Let's unpack it. Let's see.
Who told you that you had to do it all? You know, you just made a face.
Yeah, I don't know if I can say that.
Okay.
I think it's what I grew up with.
Okay.
I think it's what society says.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's what I expect of myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And
do you have a personal value that like values being
Yes.
productive and being the one in charge and the one who does everything and the one who knows everything? So you like wear it like a badge, but then it is like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, but then I also think that it sort of backfires on me a little bit sometimes because if people don't appreciate it,
Oh, yeah.
then I feel like,
Yes. I was just trying to help.
What was the point?
Didn't you
Like,
notice?
What was the point of me doing all of this and working so hard? You know,
True.
I'm gonna say it. Derek, I love you, but I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
The garbage can not getting put away. He likes to leave it out.
Oh,
It drives me crazy. I put it away a lot. It's one of my biggest pet peeves right now. And he knows it.
I'm so sorry. I love you. Here's why I'm laughing. If your biggest issue is that Derek
That's not my biggest issue. It's just
what a blessed life you have.
that is definitely not my biggest issue, but
like,
it's
what a
like the
blessed
one
marriage.
that's like it. Oh, it happened again this morning, and I was just irritated.
Mm-hmm.
So he made breakfast for everybody, and I was so grateful for that. But then the garbage can was left out again, and I was like,
It negates everything.
Yeah, that's all I can think about.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Ironically, I've felt similarly with the multitasking, but more in the sense of I can't remember as much as I used to remember.
Oh, I hate that.
Like I could tell you what anyone said to me at any point. I could remember where I put anything, and I knew where everything was in the house. I'm like, do you know where my shoes are? I know exactly where they are. And like, we talked about going to this restaurant, remember? And I'm like, yes, it was on Thursday. We talked about going to this specific place. And now I cannot remember anything that is not super important. And I was like getting really frustrated with this. And my sweet husband, Zachary, was like, you have so much more to remember now.
Oh,
so
I love that
because
you said that.
I literally have books and books of history and lore for each of my clients, right? That I remember when they walk into your office, it's like everything opens up and you're in their world and you know all their characters and their names and their histories and that thing that happened to them. And you know what I mean? And he was like, I just feel like you have so much more important information that if something isn't actually important, it's gone.
Right.
There's
and
just no space for it.
Let's be clear. Like, we do not put every single word that you guys say to us in your notes. Like, there's...
Oh, no.
No. A lot of it is held in our brains. Yeah. We try to be very vague because it's not necessary for anybody else to know. Like,
clinical documentation.
We
it's
hold
safer. It's safer for us to just keep it. Yeah.
We hold it in our heads. And so it's hard sometimes when... my husband comes home and he's like, hey, do you remember when we talked about me having this appointment in 2 weeks? And I'm like, no.
I'm sure
I don't
we did.
remember. Yeah.
Did we write it down somewhere?
Yeah. It's so hard. It is hard. And I think that's a getting older thing. Yeah. Honestly, the brain fog.
Well, and it's part of
real.
matrescence because our kids are getting older, so we're also remembering a lot more for them. And we've been caregiving for, I mean, you've been caregiving for 14 years. 14 years. I've been caregiving for 11.
It's still...
And I'm tired,
guys. It's hard. And we were just talking about how hard the older stage is getting, and we don't really know what we're doing.
No, we don't. No. We're figuring it out. This is our first time being a mom to a child this age, right?
It's true. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I just kind of want to normalize not being able to do as much as I used to do. I feel like I used to be more of, I don't know, like caregiving in the traditional sense where like the house was clean and dishes were always done and dinners were always made and Like I can't do all of that anymore if I'm going to be taking care of myself. Like I just can't.
Yeah. And your kids and your work and your husband and your animals and everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something's got to give.
Yep.
Maybe that's the affirmation for today.
Something's got to give.
Something's got to give.
All
You
right.
can't be perfect at everything. So
I like that.
make a choice. For our education today, funny enough, I'm going to talk about parenting our younger kiddos because this has come up a lot lately of the need to really show up well with our kids when they're having big emotions, especially our littles when they're in those big tantrum places. I'm thinking specifically of like age 3 to 7 when they can sometimes get really aggressive or really mean or really violent without really knowing what's happening. You know, it's like they are really in their survival brain.
Especially for our neurodivergent children.
Especially for our neurodivergent children. So I know we've talked in the past about our own regulation using our window of tolerance to make sure that our nervous systems are in a good place by doing all of those, you know, preemptive self-care things that we talk about. And then using our coping skills when we are on those edges of the window, getting really hyper aroused or hypo aroused, you know, either getting really agitated, yelling, or numbing, freezing, disconnecting.
Yes.
And this lesson is about co-regulation. Okay. So about how to use our nervous systems to lean in and co-regulate with our kids. Okay. So science shows that when our kiddos are close to us, that their stress hormones, their biological hormones, their heartbeat, all of their blood pressure, all of those things can respond to our system. This is why skin to skin is so powerful when we have babies, right? Because we can fully regulate their temperature and all sorts of things when they're that small. As they grow, we can still influence and regulate them.
Yeah.
So when you are in a space where your child is having a big feeling, it also can affect us. So knowing like I need to be the stronger one here, I'm going to stay regulated so that I can positively influence them and be a safe space for them. So co-regulation is the process of helping your child feel safe and supported while they learn to manage their big emotions. So before children can self-regulate, they first need a calm adult to co-regulate with them. When we are in that space and we are calm, it builds emotional safety for them. It strengthens our connection, our attachment. It teaches emotional language and resilience, which is so important. And it helps teach your kids how to move from that meltdown space to a calm space, because it's not something we can just power struggle into. We sometimes want to. We wish we could, right?
For sure.
I think some parents lose it of like, oh no, it's happening. Like I need to just yell and stop it.
When I think like
that doesn't help.
Can we like, let's go into this space of like, sometimes kids just lose it all of a sudden and we're like, whoa, where did this come from?
Absolutely.
And I think that's the space where it's like, I was regulated. Now I'm totally not because I have no idea what's going on.
Right. No idea what the cause is.
Yeah.
And I think as adults, when we're so much in our like frontal cortex of like, we want to figure it out. Let's problem solve. Let's find a solution. But when your kiddo, especially your little kiddo, is in that emotion part of their brain, words don't matter.
Nope.
Words,
won't work.
Words don't get through.
Nope.
So it's useless. Or at least it's not helpful, right? It's not helpful. So recognizing that when they are in that part of their brain, what matters is feelings of safety. So our littlest kids, they revert back to that survival state, which their number one question is, am I safe? That's when they're really reacting just from their brainstem. That's when we see hitting and yelling and hiding and freezing and running away. They really just need safety. They need a sense of calm and a sense of control. So when you are around them, the best thing you can do is to stay calm and grounded, use soothing voices, focus on safety, not discipline. This isn't stop hitting.
No.
You're getting a timeout. This is, you're mad. Let's sit and be calm. Let's calm. You're mad. You're safe. I'm here. Breathe with me. I'm here. I've got you. We'll figure it out. right?
I don't know why I forget that when I'm with my kids. Like, I do it in session all the time. If I start to see like a client get like dysregulated, I'm like, oh, I just start to breathe. Like, I just do it.
Yeah.
But I don't do it when I'm with my kids. What is that?
It's because we're in a different part of our brain.
I guess that's true.
Think of being in a mom space versus a therapy space is different.
I guess that's true. I'm already prepared.
Yeah. When our kids are a little bit older, so a little more into that preschool stage, instead of reverting back to their brainstem, they go back into that limbic system where it's really into that emotional state. So then we're not necessarily hitting and fighting and running away, but this is where we see a lot of crying and whining and blaming and being so dramatic, big reactions, right?
Yep.
And when they're in this emotional state, the primary question that they're looking for is, am I loved? They need to feel belonging. They want connection and empathy and understanding. So what we can do is, you want to connect again before you correct, connect to the emotion. Before you use words, never use words, friends. Never start with words.
No, words don't work.
Once they are feeling calm, then we validate, right? You're upset. That was hard. It's okay to be mad. Do you need a hug? Do you need a moment alone? Really just meeting them in that emotional space. Now, when they're a little bit older, like our preteens, they can go back into those emotional spaces, but usually they are more quicker to move into their executive state of, what can I learn from this? So when they are able to get back into their prefrontal cortex, this is when we can engage them in problem solving and cooperation. When we talk about learning things and reasoning and discipline, that's when these things are effective. And setting skills, talking about what limits we need to set for future problems, things like that. Next time, what can we do instead? That sort of a thing. So I'm going to give you a little acronym here to help guide you when you feel like you need to meet your child where they're at. And the acronym is PEACE, which I love.
So beautiful.
PEACE, yeah, because it's essentially we are not feeling peaceful and we need some peace. So this is what we're going to do.
And I actually don't know this one. So
P stands for pause. So first, we're going to check in with ourselves.
Okay.
If your child's having a freak out, you need to make sure you're in a good place, that I'm regulated. I'm going to take a deep breath before I respond. And I'm going to take a second before I speak. This is kind of that stop skill too. A little bit. Like, don't freak out. Don't overreact myself. I'm going to make sure I'm in a good spot.
Let's speak.
Then E is for express. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to gently name the emotion we're seeing in our child. Help them feel seen. Help them feel understood. Something like, you look really frustrated right now.
Yeah.
You look really mad right now. Oh, you are so sad right now. Really just an expression of, I'm going to express what I'm seeing.
Okay.
The A stands for assurance or assure. So this is where we're going to, after we name their feeling, we're going to offer comfort and presence. We're not going to say, don't feel sad, don't feel mad. Why are you being that way? We're not going to shame that feeling. Instead, we're going to offer warmth. We're going to say, you're safe with me. I'm not scared by your feeling. I'm going to really be calm. This is where your breathing comes into play. Becoming an anchor, saying things like, I'm here. We'll figure this out together. Yeah. And some people jump to like, it's okay. You're fine. And that really is so dismissive. The better choice is, I've got you. I'm here with you. We'll get through this, right? The C is communicate. So once your child is calm, once you've comforted them, then we're going to communicate. We're going to talk about what is happening or what has happened. Yeah. We're going to use a warm tone. We're going to keep our words really simple. It's okay, you're upset. Let's find a way to help you feel better. Or, wow, they took your crayon. That made you so mad. It's hard, right?
I'm sorry.
No.
But you're right. You're right. Like,
I'm thinking about my 3-year-old.
Ensue.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yes.
Or if we go to older kids of like, you failed your spelling test.
Yes.
That made you really mad.
I've had that.
Or you lost a friend today.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Yep.
We're just going to communicate. We're going to talk about what it is.
So we can use this even...
Right? Okay. To essentially give them some understanding of their emotion.
Yeah.
Or if you don't know why they're having that emotion, then you can just say, you got so mad. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
What is happening?
Tell me, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of curiosity. Another C word, curiosity. And then
I
the
like
last E is empathize. So once we figure out what's going on, so if it's like, wow, you got really mad, you know, I'm going to comfort you. And then I'm going to say like, why are you so mad? Well, this thing happened, la, la, la. And then we're going to say, that makes sense. I would be so mad too.
Yeah.
That makes total sense that you were so mad. And it is always okay to be mad.
Yeah.
And then you can say things like, it's not okay to be mean. It's not okay to hit. It's not okay to whatever.
Yeah.
But we're going to let them know, like, it makes sense that you're upset. That was really hard. Let's figure out what to do.
I like that.
Right? So meeting them with empathy of like, of course you responded that way. And let's figure out what to do next.
It seems very similar to like Dear Man. This seems really good, and I think we can use it for multiple ages. I think it just needs to be sort of adapted to what they're dealing with. Right.
Yeah.
And
just talking about their brains. So like when they're in those either survival state or emotional state or understanding state, I think that shifts how you communicate with them about what we're doing next.
For sure. And I like the stages. If we think about like playing versus teaching versus advising, all of that is really important to think about too, because like if we're talking about a 3-year-old who's in an emotional state, what are we going to do? We're going to distract with play, right? A 9-year-old, what are we going to do? We're going to teach them. We're going to teach them by going through this motion, right? As far as like a 14-year-old, we're going to let them tell us what's going on and just sit. We're just going to sit with them.
Yeah. Lead with curiosity and help them figure it out.
Yes. I like it.
Yeah. But I think the first few steps are always helpful, right? Pause, make sure you're good, express what you're seeing, offer comfort and assurance, and then communicate at whatever level you're at. And then always meet with empathy. Let them know that it's okay. There's not shame in feeling those feelings, but it's about what you do next.
I like it.
So co-regulating with peace. There you go.
I like it. I did have a friend reach out to me and ask me if I could make printables for the affirmations that we have.
Oh my gosh, I love that idea. Let's do that.
I think I want to do it. So, and I think maybe certain things like this with the acronym would be wonderful.
Great idea.
Yeah. So
is that something we can put
on
on our Instagram, or do we need like a Etsy shop? Or
I think we can put it on our Instagram. We've looked at like our website, which we haven't done anything with.
We could do it there. Let us know if you want us to have a website.
I'll look into it. I want to figure out how we can do it. And I have some free time coming up here. So
perfect.
I know.
Great idea. Thanks, friend, for recommending
I thought that was a great idea.
All right. Do you have an affirmation?
I did not have an affirmation because I was like, you know what? Nothing really sounds great right now. But I think like, I like this idea of something's got to give. Like, we're not always going to be perfect. So maybe I don't have a great affirmation today, but I have a really good acronym for helping you parent your children that I can make a printable. But yeah, no, it hasn't. Lately things have not been feeling so affirmative.
Yeah.
And I think it's okay for us to just let that be,
you
know?
Yeah. Not always try to focus on the positive or shift our thinking, but sometimes just accept it. Like, you know what? Things are hard today and that's fine.
Yeah. Friends, we want to be real with you. Like we don't want to play and like give you.
Yeah, we want this to be like inspirational for you, but also very real in that some days you just go, what's the least amount I have to do to get through today?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be in a bad mood. And that's just who I am today.
I don't always have an affirmation. I have a list. I have a list in my notes, but I was like, none of them really feel great right now. So I don't want to share those. And so
something's got to give.
Something's got to give.
And today it's the affirmation. I love it.
I like it. Okay.
Ultimate self-compassion.
There you go.
I love this. Okay, well, I am so excited to share the lightning round tip today because it's something I feel very strongly about. Okay, when you go into a holiday break.
Oh.
Or any sort of celebration, but also summer.
Yes, we're getting there.
Yes. I feel like as moms, it can be quite overwhelming, right? To figure out what are we doing? How are we keeping everybody busy? How are we making this special and important and Instagrammable and maybe not, but like wanting to create good memories, right? Like we only have 18 summers with our children and like all that nonsense.
Oh, I've never heard that before. Oh my God.
Oh, really?
No, now you just
Oh, I'm so sorry. You can grieve.
It's all right. I'll grieve that now.
Grieve that
It's
while
fine.
we talk. But this is my hack. So essentially, this is how to make your holiday or break what you want it to be.
Oh.
So the thing that you do is you sit down with your children, sometimes as a group or one-on-one, depending on age groups, and you ask them, what makes summer feel like summer?
Oh, I like that.
And you get a list from them. What makes Christmas feel like Christmas? What makes your birthday feel like your birthday? What makes Easter feel like Easter?
Okay.
And you literally ask them, because I will guarantee they will rattle off a few things that makes that thing important to them. And sometimes I can guess what it is and sometimes I can't. But once you get a list from them on what is actually important to them, you fill that into your calendar, fill that into your plans. Everything else is frosting. So if you think it's so important that we go as a family and we go on Memorial Day, that we take this hike to the lake where we always go and we always have a picnic and that's what we do. We have to do it.
They might not care.
They might not care. They may say, what makes summer feel like summer? Running through the sprinklers. Can we do that this year? Having burgers. Right?
Yeah.
Like I've started doing this years ago with Christmas, because when I only have my older kids half the time, I really felt that pressure to capitalize and make every moment count.
Yeah.
Because I only had them half the time. Right? And I was like, I can't do everything that is our normal traditions, and I can't do everything I want to do. And then it dawned on me, it doesn't matter what I want to do. What's going to make it special for
What
them?
do they want?
And they said things like, I want to drive around and look at Christmas lights. And I'm like, do you care if we put them on our house? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, check. I don't have to do that thing that was going to cost me hours and hundreds of dollars. Like, I want to make cookies with Grandma and Papa. Like, oh,
that's easy.
Cool. You want to decorate cookies? We can do that. No problem. Right? I really want to go ice skating. Like, oh, okay. We did that one time randomly. I had no idea you kept thinking about it. You know,
you still want to keep going.
Right. And so it's like finding ways that actually matter to them to make their childhood meaningful, and maybe kind of shift your own thinking and let go of things that maybe you think you have to be doing. So for our summer, I asked them, what makes summer feel like summer? They want to have barbecues in our backyard. They want to go to the swimming pool. They want to have play dates with their friends. They want to play video games and sleep in, right?
Of course.
They want to spend time with our family, whatever that looks like. So we have like a family reunion we're going to go to. And they want to go to Bear Lake.
Okay.
And so we have a Bear Lake trip planned. They don't care if we fly to Disneyland. They don't care if we do some big trip down to Zion's where we drive through and spend days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The things that I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be fun if we did that? They're like, I kind of just want to swim with my
just
friends.
want to go to my swimming pool. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of what we learned from our Mother's Day episode last time. It was
exactly,
like they care less about what the expectations we're putting on ourselves are than we do. So I love, I'm like, can we be done now so I can go home and talk to my kids?
But this really works with like every holiday, every break. If you're planning something like their birthday, what makes your birthday feel like your birthday? It's so easy for them to say, like, and my kids are all different, right? Some says, I just want a cool cake. Another one's like, I want to have all my friends over and I want to have lots of presents and I want balloons and I want, and it's like, okay, let's talk about what's possible. But getting their input, I'm telling you, like, is a game changer.
I love that idea.
On this expectation we have for ourselves. So
like it's Memorial Day weekend and Derek's on call. So I tried to plan this like girls' night last night, and 2 of them were very excited about it. The other couple I was like trying to force into doing it because they didn't care. So I think I need to And we should. As we're going into summer, we're already making plans.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard. So why not? Why not ask them?
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm telling you, it's such a great roadmap for what you want to plan. Unless you are like really controlling and have a very specific thing in mind and they don't say it.
I am a little bit. I mean, what? Who are we talking to right now?
Yeah. Maybe it's a good way to challenge that too, of like what I have to do to make summer worthwhile. But like, my kids just want to swim at the pool with their friends.
They just want to swim
as much as possible, you know?
And again, that's easy.
That's easy. It might be boring for us, but take a book.
I mean, yes, take a book.
Take a book.
Always take a book.
And go places with lifeguards.
Yes. Oh. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for showing up for yourself today.
You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, or email us at themommytherapists@gmail.com.
We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what made an impact or what you'd like to hear on a future episode.
Whether it's multitasking less or planning summer with your kids, we hope something good happens today.
See you next week.
Take care.